My biggest advice in life is to always, always, always dance like nobody is watching. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles, and joining me today is Biggie and Gadget, because Stig and Candy are off on annual leave again. The two that have easily had the most time off put together.
Just layabouts, absolute layabouts.
And now regular listeners will think, where's the funny intro? Well, fear not. I've written a song.
Oh no.
1, 2, I'm joking. I haven't written a song. It's Father's Day. I couldn't be arsed.
Fair enough.
Imagine if I whipped a song up. How are my two favourite pod daddies today?
Yeah, all right. It feels like it's been like a long weekend. I'm fucking knackered.
Yeah, you've been up to
this and that. I don't even remember. Don't even feel like it's been a busy weekend. It just feels like it's been.
Been in a garden centre or anything? They're always busy.
No, don't do garden centres. It's not my garden to do anything with.
True.
I was on the lash.
I was also on the lash. But that's no different to usual weekends. But have you had a good Father's Day, Biggie?
Very relaxed one because of
low-key
being on the lash. So yeah, just had a very lazy day, chilled out, did some minimal chores, and took it easy. So yeah, we're going out on Thursday to make up for. My wife was a bit tired from last night as well, so she's.
Well,
I went to bed at 1. She went to bed at 4. So.
Bloody hell! She on coke?
No.
Okay,
God,
now.
thank God, she's not on coke.
4 o'clock.
Wait for him to go to bed, then went round the neighbours.
You never know, mate. You never bloody know. Well, I suppose I'd ask Stig and Candy how their weekend's been, but I don't know. It's not fucking here.
We'll never find out either.
No. Honest to God.
I don't care generally. It's just being polite, isn't it, really?
Yeah, they must have run out of annual leave by now.
Oh, need to ask HR.
Yeah, I need to check the figures. They may need to pay some back.
Yeah, we'll have to organise an inquiry on that one. They can buy holidays, I suppose. They can buy them. But yeah, speaking of, right, we know, listeners, all you care about is what's happened these last 2 weeks, because a lot's fucking happened. It's time.
Oh, is it?
What big is breaking news?
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
Oh, I've got nothing.
Not a thing.
No. Do you want to go to what we've been doing? So, first up, I'm sure you're all aware, all our listeners, that Switch 2 was released this past week.
Has it?
And it has reportedly been Nintendo's biggest UK launch. And it currently sits behind the PS5 and Xbox Series X/S. It outsold its previous console by over 2-1.
I mean, that's mostly because when the original Switch was launched in 2017, there weren't any in the fucking country.
No, you couldn't get them. Love no money. You could not get them.
Yeah, it was major stock issues.
You were like the Teletubbies toys all over again, wasn't it? You just couldn't get them. Ridiculous. But yeah, it exists. But more on the Switch 2 later.
Yeah, but that's all quite
One
well.
thing I will point out that was raised was which again somebody might be able to explain later, the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which everyone thinks should be free, also requires approximately $95 worth of accessories and a 4K TV for 100% completion of said game.
Okay, now.
Demo, instruction, whatever you want to call it, tutorial, you name it. Call it what you
Museum, apparently, or something along those lines.
It includes mini-games designed to showcase the Switch 2's camera and the extra GL/GR buttons, which are not found on the standard Switch 2 Joy-Con, and instead require a charging grip or a Pro controller, and these are, of course, sold separately. 3 minigames require specific equipment. Fans now report the camera, 1 minigame for a controller, and another minigame for a 4K supported screen needed for 1 minigame and a separate tech demo. They are skippable.
Let me just
so you won't get the gold
temper expectations. Temper expectations a little bit. I haven't played that.
Oh, really?
No, I'm not buying that shit.
I thought you'd check that out just out of curiosity.
No.
I pay $10 for it.
No. Absolutely not. Fucking no. A lot of people keep saying, you got that, didn't you? I'm like, what? No. No. Why would I?
I generally thought that might pique your curiosity.
It's a little fucking manual that you can walk around in. Who gives a fuck?
Fair enough.
It's not quite Astrobot's Playroom.
Anyway, you're a real gamer. You don't need manuals.
I don't need manuals. Rip them up. Next.
So yes, with this big launch window for Switch 2, we had 3 major, if you want to call them, showcases. So the first one that
Strap
kicked
in,
off
listeners.
was the PlayStation State of Play. Did you guys talk over this one? I can't remember if you guys did or not.
We
Not
just
this
watched
one,
it.
no.
Okay. So
We narrated
I'm
over
not
it
gonna
in
go-
the Discord.
we're not going to cover all of it. We're just going to try and pick some highlights out and anything that people want to stop and have a quick chinwag over. But the PlayStation showcase kicked off with Lumines Arise. I think
Looks
the
good.
reveal, as the intro started, everyone I assumed thought it was Tetris Effect.
Yeah,
Some
it
sequel
did look
or
very
something
Tetris
like that.
Effect.
It did.
Sounded very Tetris Effect.
It did.
But
But fans are all
They're all
happy with
dubbing
that.
it Luminous effects, aren't they?
Oh.
And I think it looks good. It's a good game. If you know, I played a lot of Luminous on PSP.
Is it
was
Lumines or Lumens?
Luminous?
I always thought it was Lumens, but apparently it's Lumines.
Luminous.
Next
But
up, we had. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying it's good. I played on PSP. I think it was PSP.
Yeah, it was.
Someone will
It was
correct
one. It was actually PS2, but its main pickup was PSP.
I ain't playing puzzle games on PS2, mate. Not a chance.
Next up, we had Pragmata, which I don't know. It didn't really click with me. But
It's like
I
Wish.com
can't
Death
really
Stranding.
remember that one. Oh, is it that one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Capcom one.
Astronaut with the anime girl strapped to his back.
she just sounded really annoying. Imagine
can
playing
call
that
me
whole
Diana.
game with that
That one.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would do my head in. It looked
Yeah,
good,
they do. I preferred it with Death Stranding, where the baby was quiet for all intents and purposes until it started crying. He didn't talk.
Next up, we had Romeo is a Dead Man, which is from
Looks great.
Sudo51.
Looks really
This
good.
looks mental.
It's a Suda 51 game. It should.
All these
It
games
is.
are great. All these games are great. I mean, some of them are like the quality, like they could have spent more time in the oven, but I think that's kind of a charm with Suda's games.
What
There's a
like
little
the
bit of
No More Heroes 3, where it was a slideshow on the Switch.
yeah, but it's still good. It's still like still a lot of artistic integrity and weirdness to it. I'm all about Suda. I think Suda's great.
Did you catch the last part of that little bit of the trailer that they showed where it implied there were, like, I don't know, I'm going to say a weird figure, hundreds of little mini games involved in the universe that it's set in as well? Did you spot that?
No, but that
that's
sounds
cool.
like a Suda 51
Yeah.
thing again.
Definitely.
Because there was that.
Definitely.
Yeah, it looked like there were loads of levels that you may have to do that are all like mini games or weird, different types of old
Least-
school
yeah,
games.
least-
It was the last part of that trailer. It was very quick. You had to watch it and
Yeah.
catch it very quick.
Suda's done that before because he had a Travis Strikes Back. It was
Travis
like
Strikes
the
Back, which was loads of minigames.
yeah.
It's good.
My assumption is it's the same, but yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
I think you two will be curious with this one. Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Silent Health.
Very excited for this one. That trailer looked ace.
I think it looks frightening. Who's making it?
It's Konami internal.
This must be their first internal game in a long time.
No,
Yeah.
there's eFootball.
Feels like.
eFootball's not a
Oh,
game.
come
mate.
on.
It's an
No one
excuse.
talks about that. Red card for
It's a
that.
concept.
Snake Eater's internal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it would be. Yeah, of course it is. Because it's not going to be fucking good game, is it?
But no, I'm excited for this one. It looks very
frightening.
It looks freaky as
Does look
fuck.
good.
But we
And I
also
like that they've put you into the frame of a smaller girl, and it just looks like
it seems what
doesn't
they did for Silent Hill
combat
3. There's a fair bit of combat in that trailer. A lot of melee combat.
There was.
Yeah,
but
maybe it's a bit more
I like
combat centric, but I like the scarecrow stuff. That looked really cool.
that. Frightening. It'll be great.
Next up, we have Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement. It's not
Yes.
really piqued my interest, but
I like it. I know I'm going to play it, so I don't need to talk about it. Definitely going to play it.
had some stuff about Digimon. Moving on, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Nah, no one's interested in that. I don't think anyone's going to play that.
Shut up.
Did you like the new look of it?
Yeah, it's not the look I'm bothered about. It's the fact it's fully voice acted.
Yes.
Mm.
And your mate's in it as well, Gadget, Ben Starr.
I mean, he's the new Troy Baker. Name a game he's not in.
Yeah, that's true. But it's one of the greatest stories I've ever read, because it's a strange one, Tactics, because not all tactical games have this massive cutscenes after each battle and stuff. That one did. And to be fair, maybe in the West, it was the first to make people go, oh, these tactic games are not jokes anymore. Because they had tactic games before that. They had
Tactics Ogre.
They had Tactics Ogre. They had a few Sega ones as well.
When did Fire Emblem start? Fire Emblem started on the SNES,
Fire
didn't
Emblem. Yeah, Fire Emblem. It's always been a thing, but Final Fantasy Tactics came out in 1997, which was unfortunate for itself. Because people opted for a different Final Fantasy, didn't they?
They did.
But yeah, it's great. I want more people to cast their eyes on Ramsa's story. It's great. Ivalice is a great continent, great world.
Cool. We had some more footage of Baby Steps.
Looks shite.
You got
Why are people
which
saying
looked quite interesting.
this Baby Steps is like, oh, this is going to be amazing? What's wrong with folk? It looks like Goat Simulator.
That's pretty much what it's trying to do.
It looks
like
shite. Why do people like these games?
It's like Goat Simulator meets
Yeah, it
Quab.
doesn't interest me.
It looks like a game that Twitch streamers are going to be like, oh my god, chat, look what I'm doing, chat.
Yeah, it's probably one of those.
Ugh. Watch us
Oh,
be
yeah,
completely
Hiragami.
wrong, Gadget. It comes out as a 10 out of 10.
Which looked like a cool sort of platformer.
It did.
Where you change through the power of folding, like origami. That kind of cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, which literally looked like it was a PSP release. I have no idea why they showcased this.
They all look like that, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all very stylized and basic.
But you can play as Pac-Man.
Yeah, but it just looked a bit too like nothing had changed since the previous release.
It hasn't.
It just looked, not quite sure what's happening with
You
that.
need to remember that.
Ninja Gaiden.
I don't know if it's that particular Hot Shots Golf, but one of these Hot Shot Golf games came out like 5 years ago in Japan, and we got it like 5 years later. I mean, it might be the last one. Like it's huge
Everybody's
over there.
Golf. I think it was just called on the PS4.
Yeah, they got it like 5 years before we did, and we were like, "What's this?" Turns out it's really good, but it just looks shit.
Next up, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Look quite cool.
Obviously.
Made by the Blasphemous
Like the
folks.
look of
Obviously.
that. Ken was
I
the
played the demo to this.
climbing game.
Yeah, I thought the demo was lovely. I thought it doesn't look as complicated as it could be. It's very simple gameplay loop. You've got an energy bar. You can climb as much as you want. You've got to camp out halfway up mountains and say it's really decent. I'm looking forward to the full thing.
Cool. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, if that's your sort of thing. Another one with, interviews with the people that made it, that sort of type game.
Nice for preservation.
Collection. It looks nice.
Yeah. They never seem to leak these things either online, so this is the only the real place you can watch it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Then we had a little known game called Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater.
Never heard of it. It had a weird bit at the end, didn't it? It looked like it could have been
Yes.
Metal Gear Online.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
been
it.
confirmed.
Oh, is it Metal Gear Online?
Fox Hunt mode.
It's going to be called Fox Hunt mode.
Do I have to dig out PS Plus?
Yeah.
Might be fun. That might be fun.
And it's a weird Ape Escape crossover, which I didn't see coming.
Yeah, they did that on. They did. You've never played Snake Eater, but they did it on the original.
Yeah, they've had that before.
Yeah, Apes versus Monkeys. It's called.
Oh, fair enough.
The Xbox gets Bomberman.
Yeah. Xbox gets Bomberman. Yeah, it makes sense.
Neo 3
Look great.
just sort of came out of nowhere. And there's a
I played the
as
demo.
well.
I played the demo to Neo 3. It's great.
Is it just more Neo?
It's open world Neo.
Oh, Elden
Zone.
Neo.
Elden Neo, but it's not a. You can't just look somewhere and go there like Elden Ring.
All right.
There's loading screen and stuff. But yeah, more hardcore action, hack and slash, fucking Soulsy like stuff. Yeah, good demo.
Something that I don't think piqued a lot of people's interest was Thief VR, Legacy of Shadow.
I'm into that. It looks great.
What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, really? Not for me.
Thief in VR? Yeah, absolutely. Fucking love Thief.
You
Oh,
are
well,
a
we
thief.
do have one person that's really interested in it.
It's the next one. It's the next one I wasn't interested in. That Tides of Tomorrow looks shite.
It looked weird.
The fucking
That was
multiplayer.
the one
shooter.
the other players play, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's another Strand game, isn't it?
yeah, but it's like a kind of a game showified thing, I think, and
I don't like the look of it. It looks crap.
it's like other players affect your PvE experience, and
That's right.
I
yeah.
don't want anyone to affect my experience. Ever.
yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones. It might play very well, but it'll probably die a death. I can't see it being popular.
No, me
Yeah.
neither.
Had some freebie stuff for Astrobot, if that's your sort of thing, which is cool.
Yes.
Sea
If I had
of
the game,
Remnants.
I'd play it.
Sea of Remnants. This was the one that was really weird. Even the logo looked a bit hard to say, let alone work out what was actually happening in the game. But it's got this kind of weird piratey thing, but they're puppets. And some
It's the one
weird
that's like-
roguelike thing going
It's
on.
what people thought the Ubisoft Black Sails or whatever it were called game
Yeah,
was going to be.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not. It wasn't called Black Sails, was it? What was it called?
Skull
Sea
and
of
Bones.
Thieves?
Skull and Bones. We all thought, oh yeah, you get to be a pirate. Oh no, you get to be boat. But on this one, you get to be both.
yeah, you'll be boot and pirate.
It could be cool. Could be cool.
Next up, we had Sword of the Sea by the team that did Journey and all
Yeah.
that sort of
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
stuff. Looked great. Pathless.
gonna be-
Candy's going to cry.
gonna be great.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's going to
Yep.
be great.
A little bit of footage of FBC Firebreak. Then we had the actual reveal from IO Interactive of First Light 007, which is basically Hitman as Bond.
I
Perfect.
digged the
Hitman.
vibe. I
Yeah,
digged the vibe. Proper vibes. Felt good.
yeah, it looked
Felt
really,
good,
looked really.
looked good.
It's a young Bond earning his 00.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's in great hands. Because that World of Assassination stuff is top notch.
And then they also announced that they were having Mads Mikkelsen come into World of Assassination as
Yeah,
Lashov.
he's in there, isn't he? The Shifra.
The Shifra, that's
Yeah.
it. As a special target in World of Assassination, so I might reinstall that and go after him.
Yeah, try and kill him. Candy would play it and she'd be like, I'm coming to warn you that they're trying to kill you. I love you. Yeah, man.
And a brief showing of Ghost of Yoto. And then finally, we had something that kind of dropped out of nowhere, was Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Looks mint.
That's really cool.
It's from Arc System as
Arc
well.
System works.
They
Yeah.
did fucking. I went mad on it that 2 years ago. The thingy, what's it called? That fighting game I fucking love.
Fatal Fury? Oh, BlazBlue.
BlazBlue. Yeah, BlazBlue. Oh, it was so fucking good. I got it for like £7 instead of £50 in some kind of mad sale. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Then I looked online and it's like one of the most hardcore fucking res games ever. And I'm like, oh, not res, Evo.
Arc. Oh, Evo.
Evo game. And I was like, oh, there's no point in me getting good at this then.
I
Yeah,
haven't played any of their games.
So
I love the art style of it.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Anime art style.
Anime, Marvel.
I mean, I'll probably not buy the game, but I'd like an art book. I'd buy an art book for that.
Yeah, it looks great. Apparently, they're doing a manga for it. releasing.
Ooh.
Yeah, in conjunction. They've probably put a lot of fucking money in this of Sony. And it's an exclusive, obviously. Coming to PC, though, isn't it?
Yeah, PS5 and PC.
And they released that big fighting stick. It looked nice, that fighting stick.
Yeah. So, yeah, the
It'd be
DualSense
£500, though.
But yeah, it was a kind of
mild.
unusual state of play. It was definitely third-party stuff.
It was mild, but not offensive.
No.
Didn't piss me off. Didn't annoy me. It made me go, huh, cool.
Yeah.
Not always enough, but...
Speaking of which, speaking of cool, Summer Jeff Fest.
We don't have to go too much into detail because we did a full video on this, about 2.5 hours, and Candy fell asleep.
He did. Was there anything that stuck out for you that you weren't expecting?
So,
I'll tell you what stuck out. The fact that he brought Hideo Kojima out and he showcased the worst, most boring cutscene from Death Stranding 2 I've ever seen in my life.
What was that? There was no context for what they were showing.
Therapy session. I was like, what are you doing?
It didn't even
weird for him.
look like the Death Stranding wheel other than the Bridges logo on the back of a wall.
Yeah. That was weird for him. He's on the fucking eckies. I'm telling you that, lad. He is fucking good.
Yeah, that was so weird. But I think because it had its own deep dive thing, which had like more gameplay stuff in it later. But
yeah.
So that Mortal Shell 2 kicked it off, and I didn't expect Mortal Shell to get a sequel.
Mortal Shell was a good,
though.
10-hour Souls-like. It's a very quick linear Souls-like. Like it was like a concept, wasn't it? The first game.
Yeah, it looks like they've expanded it a lot for Mortal Shell 2.
Yeah.
Plus, also
in
just
Mortal
nice
Shell,
to
if you don't know,
see.
If you don't know what it is,
yeah.
if you don't know what Mortal Shell is, it's a Souls-like, but instead of finding weapons and loot and stuff, you kill someone and absorb their build.
Yeah,
and you become that until you absorb another build. So it's really quite clever.
We all collectively lost our minds at Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Oh god!
Because just the day after fucking Mario Kart World
Bad
has come
timing.
out, they reveal that. But then this is like fucking Ichiban Kasuga and Persona's Joker and Hatsune Miku are in it. It's like, what the fuck?
That is cool.
I'm scrolling through the list of games. Mouse PI for Hire, another trailer for that. Still no date on it, but nice to know that we're getting Troy Baker in it.
Mouse PI for Hire seems to be it's becoming a bloody meme now. When's it coming out? When's this coming out? We were doing it with Cuphead for years.
Yeah.
When's this coming out? And then Cuphead came out and we're like, this is too hard.
Atomic Heart 2 and the Cube. Weird things.
They
it's
look
a universe
good
now, isn't it?
I know how you feel about
the trailer to the first game
one.
looked good.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that
it's a universe.
Nice that their scope has gotten bigger, I guess.
It sold well, though, by all accounts. Atomic Heart,
it was
really
it was
well.
Big banger on Game Pass as well.
Yeah, really well. But
the cube fucking confuses me because at first I thought Peter Molyneux was going to walk out from behind the screen.
Can you imagine?
But yeah, it's an MMO in the Atomic Heart universe, but it's this kind of giant Rubik's Cube that changes, so apparently everything changes in the environment with it. I don't know.
Which, to be fair, years ago, we did a podcast, a special, where we talked about films we wanted to see become games, and I said Cube.
Yes, you did.
So do you think this is that game? I've manifested it.
Maybe.
In the worst universe possible.
Onimusha Way of the Sword looked great. And they said it's give a release window of next year.
And then we got told that we wouldn't see any Resident Evil from the guy, didn't we?
I know, that was annoying. Then we got Felt That Boxing, which looks fucking hilarious.
It looks great. That woke Candy up a little bit. She was giggling.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite wild, that one.
I've highlighted Arc Raiders in here because the subreddit...
I'm sick of seeing the fucking advert.
The subreddit has been kicking off big time. They're so annoyed at the developers for such a poor reveal showing trailer, whatever it was they showed. It was rubbish. It hardly even showed anything about the game. And the community, even though they haven't got the game yet, are absolutely going mental at the developers as well. Funny.
I don't get being part of a community that you don't know if it's going to be good yet.
But they've apologised. The developers
imagine if you were deep into the...
no,
what was that game that cancelled? Concord.
Yeah.
Where's Concord? Imagine being deep into that community and then that came out for a week. See you guys.
I've just Googled Arc Race to remind myself of what it was because it's so forgettable. And the top headline, Embark, the developer, apologizes for not shadow dropping Arc Raiders at Summer Games Fest.
They're not shadow dropping.
No, they didn't.
The advert's all over YouTube at the moment. It's doing my fucking head in. Looks crap.
Lego Voyagers caught my attention. That's the one with the two little bricks.
Good.
Looks fucking adorable.
Really good.
Mafia: The Old Country looks banging.
Yeah, I think it was Angry Kurt. He said that it's not open world. I was like, fucking sign me up.
Yeah, linear narrative adventure.
Oh, yes.
What else was there? The Lies of P DLC shadow dropped.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Yeah. You get on it, man.
Oh shit! No, I don't. Death Stranding's coming soon.
It'll keep you going for 2 weeks. Death Stranding's at the end of the month.
I've got a new toy in the house.
Deadpool VR looked fun.
I shit myself on that because I was like, "Fuck, that looks good."
The new Dying Light game trailer looks great.
Yeah, the Beast.
New Scott Pilgrim game.
Yeah, and Managuchi's back.
Yep.
The Axe of Blood, the beat 'em up looked cool.
We got Indiana Jones fucking DLC, didn't we? How was that the Xbox one?
That was the Xbox show.
Okay.
We got another trailer for Mind's Eye, which has since come out and shit the bed entirely.
Worst reviewed game of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sony are offering refunds already for that.
It's funny that a game that's riddled with, admittedly, AI, they've even admitted that they had to implement a lot of AI into this game, is shit. Huh. Funny that.
There was one that excited both me noodles, Blighted, which is the action RPG from the creators of Guacamelee.
It looks fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's like a Hades meets Diablo kind of look.
If you've not played a Drinkbox, is it? Drinkbox.
Yeah, Drinkbox, yeah.
If you've not played any of their games, now's the time to do it, because they're all darlings.
Ill, which was that first-person horror game, that looked great.
Looked too scary for me, that.
It's not a Noodles game.
Got me interested.
No. I can't play that. I can't play that at all. It was horrible. I couldn't even watch the trailer.
There was Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver, action RPG with Wu-Tang Clan.
Bring it on, mate. Bring it on.
I mean, where did this come from?
Boom, bada, bada. I'm bang up for that. Their last game, when Mint Taste of Pain was a right laugh.
It was.
It looks ace. It's got a really fun art style as well.
And the music fucking slaps.
There was Splitgate 2, which is the fucking cringiest thing where the guy's getting up there. He's got to make FPS great again hat on. So, normalising a little bit of fascism there by taking the piss out of it.
Let's boycott that.
Yeah, and then the guy's coming up there. So, we know what we want for first pushes. We want X. We want Titanfall 3. We don't want games that suck. This game's going to fucking blow your mind off. And then he shows Splitgate fucking 2 and Splitgate fucking Battle Royale. It's just like,
is it gonna suck?
I mean, Splitgate Battle
I don't know
Royale.
what Splitgate is.
So Splitgate is like COD with portals. It's kind of all it is, really.
That's not bad sounding, though.
No, it's not bad sounding, and it's probably not a bad game, but it's just nothing special. Like, if they're doing a battle royale, you've got to remember...
It can lose that gimmick quite fast, I bet.
Yeah, like, if you're doing a battle royale...
Quake had portals.
You're going up against Apex and Warzone, which are two very established franchises with huge player bases.
Yeah.
And, like, are the portals going to be enough to draw people away from that?
No. How the fuck?
Exactly.
No.
Ryuga got to go's new project, what was Project Century at the last reveal, is now called Stranger Than Heaven, and it looks like it's
so good.
Looks like it's going to like do like eras
during and post World War II.
Yeah, it looks really interesting.
It looks fucking amazing.
And then Jeff had the
people are saying, oh, they're going to reuse all the assets. So
they've done that since the first Yakuza game.
I've never played a bad Yakuza game.
You played better ones than others, but yeah, none of them have been bad.
Of course.
But they've all used fucking Kamurocho from the start.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
But then we got to the big one. We got to the one last thing.
Huh.
They're so cheeky, aren't they?
I forgot about this.
So the one last thing, so we get this trailer.
We
and
are
see-
going. It's perfect dark. It's perfect dark.
Yeah, we see people in the office. It's FBI.
Yeah.
There's a slight hint of a name, Alyssa Edwards. Is that someone we know? And then the camera kind of goes over a ruined city, and both me and Noodles like immediately our eyes pricked up. It's like, is it?
Crater.
Could it be?
That's it.
And then the camera comes to the ruined sign of the RPD, and we both lose our fucking shit because it's Resident Evil 9.
Yeah, the thing is, we were watching as soon as it came on, because at first I thought, this is perfect dark.
Grace
And then-
Ashcroft was the name, sorry.
Ashcroft, yeah. And then I said, it looks like the RE engine, and you went,
Does a bit.
so we're experts. But I thought it was going to be like Perfect Dark or another what's it called? Bloody Alan Wake type thing.
Yeah, or it could have been like something Dino Crisis related, or
Yeah, spyy. Something spyy.
But then, it was
No.
Grace Ashcroft going back to Raccoon City.
They haven't even confirmed that she's the main character deliberately. I don't think she is.
They've confirmed that you can play it in either first or third person, depending on which you want. And you can freely swap the camera angle as you desire.
There is a lot of rumours abound that Leon, 50-year-old Kennedy, is going to be in this.
Also suggesting it could be an open world Resident Evil game.
Do you know what? I reckon Capcom can do it.
Well, they can do it in zones. They could do if you think like how Monster Hunter does each level. Each level is kind of like a really big open zone.
We know the engine can handle it.
Ish. Based on how Monster Hunter Wilds went, ish.
Still not played that because people have told me to wait.
Still buggered on PC.
Yeah, people told me to wait.
The only bit that's worrying me is the subtitle for the game, where we've had Village in the past, is Requiem. And based on modern escapism law, a sequel with the subtitle of Requiem.
Can't be good.
AVP Requiem, anybody?
Yeah. Requiem for a Dream? No, that don't count. but could this destroy the curse of Requiem? Could be the first. They've only done it because RE, it looks like a 9 or something, doesn't it? They make it look a 9, RE9, REQ.
Yeah.
They've only done it like that. I'd have called it like Resident Evil Requies or something. I don't know. I'd have made a word up. Required.
Made a word up.
And then there was the Xbox showcase, which I didn't watch, but there's a couple of trailers I have watched.
I didn't watch it.
Outer Worlds 2 looks great, looks daft. And I really enjoyed the first one, even though it was a bit average.
Yeah, I like the first one, but it
Average
has
can be
got
good.
this new price point on the end of it.
$80 for PS5 players.
For what?
Outer Worlds 2.
Here we go.
80 quid.
Yeah, well, 70 quid for us, $80 for in America.
Fucking hell.
And like Sony's games on the PlayStation 5 have been 70 quid, and most people have been having. This is the first third-party one that's going at 70 quid.
Oh, that's a bad precedent, that.
That is a bad precedent.
Oh, dear.
And it's also 70 quid on Steam, which PC players are not happy about.
Even Indiana Jones is 60 quid on PS5.
And 60 quid on Steam.
Why are they allowed to do this?
They're the publisher. They can set the price.
Oh, dear.
But skipping over that, Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy. It's a new Plague Tale game.
Yeah, set in a different area, isn't it?
Different area, different people, based on the ending of the last Plague Tale game.
I liked the first one. I never played the second one.
They announced the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X.
Chunky boy, innit?
Yeah, it's just a ROG Ally with an Xbox button on it.
How much extra do you have to pay for that button?
No, but do people need more than that? I don't think they do.
Apparently the Ally X is probably going to be quite expensive, like 800, 900 quid.
Yeah, it's not going to sell. It's a good idea to have, but...
Yeah, when it gets to that price, you kind of think, just buy a PC.
Buy a PC. Buy a PC. But it's not going to sell. It can't sell.
But they did say on that one, Hollow Knight Silk Song is apparently coming out in 2025.
Day and
Staged
date.
on camera and live.
The release of that console is when the game comes out as well.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they packed it in, wouldn't it? As just a treat.
Well, it's on Game Pass.
I know, but just to say, and it comes with Silk Song.
Maybe just pre-install it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Astrobot.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Gameplay for Ninja Gaiden 4 looks crackers. Probably going to be very difficult.
Yeah, they all are. Yeah.
Gameplay for Clockwork Revolution. Which I like the look of.
It was a long trailer, that one.
Yeah, it was. I think I'm just scrolling in. The only other one I watched was Chronos: The New Dawn, which is the new Bloober horror.
Why are they doing like good games now?
I don't know. It's worrying me. It's very concerning.
What happened? And they've confirmed that they're doing Silent Hill remake now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not worried. It's weird. What timeline are we in?
I should be worried.
I know. Oh, The Medium. Play that, Biggie. You'll love it.
Then they ended the show for some reason with Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which we already knew that was coming out.
Which again, I thought was Perfect Dark again. I thought everything was Perfect Dark. Why isn't everything Perfect Dark?
Because it's light out.
Yeah, it's true. But I kind of get it, and I think it's hilarious that they did it with COD, but it's a big game, isn't it?
It's a big game, but it seemed like a weird one because they ended the show with that.
It's not a surprise, is it?
It's got Peter Petrelli in it from Heroes.
I don't care. Like
Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
The big surprise they could have had was that Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy 16 were coming to Xbox. That would have been a nice surprise for the end of the show.
Yeah, that's bigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a surprise, yeah.
But like most people were hoping for like a new, like more stuff on Fable or Gears of War E-Day, but apparently that's coming next year.
Perfect Dark.
Or Perfect Dark, because that's kind of gone very quiet, hasn't it?
Please.
Yeah.
It's the only one I want to play. I love the first one. It's one of the rare Nintendo 64 games I can say I loved. Love Perfect Dark. Shoot me, gamers. I'm not asked.
The second Perfect Dark wasn't very good though.
I never played it.
I've heard bad things.
Played it.
Yeah, it was some good reveals. I mean, there's plenty more of them, but
I didn't mind it as a what they call not E3. I didn't mind it. I got a bit.
It's been one of the better years. I think I was surprised by how much I liked in the Sony one.
Again tepid, but a decent. You can have a tepid bath now and again.
Yeah.
You don't have to be scolding, does it?
No.
But I did like Jeff's banana shoes.
Yeah, he's wearing a black suit and bright yellow shoes. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Game of Death.
He's going to kick Kojima in its skull.
I like Kojima's coat. It had like the Ultratech symbol on
Mate,
it.
that man never wears shit clothes.
But it's always branded. It's either
his JF Ray glasses that cost $7,000, by the way. Look amazing.
Man can afford it.
Oh, they look so good. He's not buying JF Ray. They're giving them for free.
Yeah.
I'd love a pair of JF Rays. Oh my god. I won't go out of the house with them though. I daren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the Xbox one, but I heard it was okay. I mean, I think all three showcases kind of did what they were meant to do, but no one was particularly blown away. It was just kind of, oh, that's out. Oh, that's.
But
cool.
again, wouldn't you rather everyone be like decent than this was better than the last one? I prefer that everyone was like, we've all got games coming out that there's some that we're all interested in individually. I prefer it like that. I don't need shock. I like shock, but I don't.
I mean the Resident Evil reveal, that was a nice shock.
I was screaming on camera.
That was what the smack
at
of the
11
table.
o'clock at night. I got told off for that, by the way. Told off.
I like the fact the first mention of it during that show, and you're like, don't worry about it. Let them cook. Let them cook. You know, it's coming at least we know
they specifically said that
something
we're not revealing the next Resident Evil game this show.
Yeah.
Fucking dickhead. Anyway, enough of not E3. Let's get some more news out of the way.
Well, over to the world of film and TV. Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders are voting against CEO David Zaslav's $52 million pay package in a symbolic rebuke.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, he's slowly killing the company.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing that's ever happened to that company. A company that I used to love and admire and adore. Now it's a company I just go, ugh. Do you know what I mean? It's such a weird turn of events. Yeah.
I like the fact that it points out the figures here, and it says per the WBD reported tallies, there were 724.5 million shares voted for the executive compensation package, and 1.6 billion shares voted against.
There you go.
Meaning 60% of the votes cast were against the pay packages.
Of course there were. He'll cut and run, won't he? He'll cut and run.
I mean, he's already a very wealthy man. He could buy an island.
He'll hide into obscurity and no one will ever hear from him ever again.
I mean, he hasn't been sacked.
Change at the top.
I know he hasn't, but he will. Tell it back to Bugs. Let Bugs run the company again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was better then when he was in his office eating carrots.
Does the new Superman movie come from them?
No, it's DC.
Is it DC directly?
Yeah.
Is it not got any relation to Warner Brothers in any way?
I think they have some distribution about it.
Because if they
Stig
don't,
know,
then
but it's
yeah,
not
what
here.
have Warner Brothers actually really got?
Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, let's have a
Harry
look.
Potter.
Oh yeah, Warner Brothers Pictures distributed it. The new Superman film. So yeah, it's
Yeah, I
WB.
thought so.
Oh, that'd be right then.
Yeah, they've got fingers in pies. They're not as big as Disney anymore. You know what I mean? Warner Brothers was like they were competition for years, weren't they? Like
Yeah.
neck all the time. Now it's Disney's going. Look at us.
And they both kind of reflected quality as well. You knew you were generally getting something good from both companies.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Exactly. It's just strange. It's just strange what they've done to that company. But alas.
Next up, Sinners is the highest grossing original film since 2010. It remains in the box office top 10, has now overtaken Gravity, claiming the title of the highest grossing live-action original film in 15 years. This is a remarkable milestone for Ryan Coogler's R-rated vampire thriller, and that despite its tepid performance overseas, it only notched around 80 million. So very quickly in the top, 5, you can do the whole 10 if you want. Inception is still number 1 at 292 million.
God.
Sinners in second place, 275. Gravity is now 274. Dunkirk, 189 million. Quiet Place, 188. And then in the rest of the list, you've got Interstellar, Get Out, Us, Bridesmaids.
Nolanified, isn't it?
Yeah, and La La Land.
Yeah, three for Nolan in that list.
Some would say he's probably the best director alive at the moment. Perhaps. But yeah, Gravity, by the way, worst horror film I've ever seen. Scared the shit out of me.
I love it.
Not a horror film to some people.
I really liked it.
It frightened me. It's a nightmare. Pure nightmare, that film. But yeah, Sinner's great. Absolutely brilliant. I'm all about Coogler getting some awards and stuff. It surprised the fuck out of me. I thought it was brilliant.
Well, that is a perfect segue because this surprised the fuck out of me. Bill Pullman and Rick Moranis are returning for new Spaceballs with Keke Palmer. Lewis Pullman is also set to star.
I'm into it.
This is particularly interesting as Rick Moranis hasn't really been seen much of on the screen for decades.
35 years, wasn't it?
Something
No,
like that,
28 years. It was late 90s he stopped when his wife
retired,
died.
didn't he? His wife died and he just said, done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted to be there for his kids, so he wanted to be a dad, basically.
Yep.
And
he was a better dad in real life than he was in Honey, We Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. I really hope that they stick with the title that they mentioned in the original film, Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money.
Yeah. It's like Mel Brooks is like 9,000 years old, isn't he now?
98.
Bloody hell, Biggie. Is there a solar radiation cloud coming onto your house? Look at him.
Biggie's gone really red on the camera.
You've gone red on not you, the room.
Oh, yeah, do you know what?
on?
I tell you why. I haven't put my light on.
He's got his sunbed on. I'm catching up on my tan.
Bit of Biggie's red light district.
God, he'd be full all the time.
podcasting from Amsterdam.
Open
be a
all
queue.
hours.
I bet it fucking would be. There'd be a queue going everywhere.
But yeah, Alex, I love Spaceballs. It's daft, but I love it.
Yeah. I've seen Spaceballs far too many times.
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure for me.
Has it aged well? Who cares?
Probably not.
Stop being a snowflake.
I just still love when they're in the fucking gas station at the end of it, and you've got John Hurt there, and he eats the special, and the alien bursts out and does like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey."
Yeah, walking dancers. Yeah.
I like
Oh
it
no,
goes meta.
not
and
again.
they're looking at the video of them to work out where they are, and they're looking at the camera. And,
Yeah.
this is now.
But when
was
did we
that?
get to
Just now.
Just then. Well, go back. We can't. Why? It just happened. It's great.
I like the reveal crawl where it just ripped on the last 30 years of cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me feel like fuck. That was truly the Bo Burnham song, wasn't it? Every what's he say? What's Bo Burnham's song? You know it. The can I interest you in everything all of the time?
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Definitely that.
But then when
we've been slaves to cinema.
when you look at it, like since Spaceballs came out in 1992 or something, that says what's it? We had Star Wars films re-released, then we had 3 prequels, then we had 3
7
sequels
Jurassic
to the
Park
prequels,
films.
7 Jurassic Park films, 32 Marvel movies.
Yeah, the Star Wars thing was funny. Like the prequels to the prequels are just like fucking hellfire. Bad that. It's proper bad.
It's crazy when you think about it like that, isn't it?
But the thing is, we're getting Naked Gun as well, aren't we?
Yeah. Maybe it's
Are we in a renaissance?
I think we're in a renaissance of like slapstick comedy, because I think think about it. Shit was dark in the 80s.
Yeah.
And the 90s had a lot of this weird Gen X humor.
Yeah.
I think this is for millennials to like have a little bit of hope after the last kind of 15, 20 years.
We're all either in his 40s
destroyed.
or just about. Oh, just a bit over 40. Sorry, Biggie. 49, aren't you, mate?
I wish.
Yeah, and it's like I'm like, are we going to get a Men in Tights again? Are we going to get a Dracula Dead and Loving It Part 2?
we need a new Mel Brooks. I was going to say Mel Blanc.
Someone to take on his mantle.
Yeah, it's someone to have that level of surreal humor.
Fourth wall breaking, fucking just going for it.
Yeah, Men in Tights is great as well. I fucking love that film.
I love it. Men in Tights is my favourite one.
Time Bandits.
Time Bandits. Oh, you mean a Terry Gilliam? Last Time Bandits didn't do very well, did it? On Apple. Was it Apple?
Have they done a remake of that?
Taika Waititi did it, didn't he?
For one season, and it got cancelled very quickly.
He's been having a shocking few years as Taika Waititi.
Just a bit.
But didn't he have that? He had that one about the fucking Polynesian football team that did nothing,
which I liked, but it wasn't up to his usual standard. It had Fassbender in it, and you could see his knob all the way through it.
That's why you liked it.
He had short shorts on. Got a big
Next.
Fassbender.
Moving swiftly on. Star Trek Strange New Worlds renewed for 5th and final season. Is this good news? I don't watch it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
And it's always good to have final at the end of it.
But also,
Don't drag it out.
5-year mission of the USS Enterprise.
Exactly. Don't drag it out. Leave it as is.
But it does mean we're going to, we've got a limit on Anson Mount's hair.
Yeah, because he's going to get burnt.
He is.
He's going to get burnt. Spoiler alert.
I wonder if the last episode's going to be that trial, where he's in the fucking wheelchair thing. He's just like talking with a flashing light.
Yeah, I hope so. But underneath, we know he's so handsome under there.
It's just makeup. They're not really going to shave that glorious head of hair.
No, they will never get rid of that hair. That hair's going in a museum. It belongs in a museum.
Over to the world of music, and some sad news this week as the legendary Beach Boys frontman Brian Wilson passed away at the age of 82. And
mad, innit?
very much praised by most people in the media involved in music.
It's weird because his death is completely overshadowed Sly from Sly and the Family Stone, who died 2 days beforehand at 82.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he did, yes.
Yeah.
Both legends. Both pure legends.
100%.
Yeah.
Sly Stone's Monaco music.
Sly Stone, yeah.
But it really sad with Brian Wilson because he's a very troubled genius, very troubled man.
Very troubled genius.
But,
almost John Lennon-esque. The American John Lennon.
Yeah, but incredible composer. And
he just musician through and through.
I've seen a few people have been doing this on TikTok, like sharing like the isolated vocals from Beach Boys songs.
Yeah.
Because for the 60s, Beach Boys had this really wide, kind of thick sound. Because you had
all the sound almost, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, because you had like all 5 of them singing in harmony, plus then all of the instrumentation. Was it 5 or 4 of them? I can't remember, but all the band singing. But when you like put the vocals in isolation, you can hear how many layers there are and how many different harmonies going in, and it's incredible. It's like a choir, but with a handful of people. And I don't understand how he did it. The man was a genius. And I do maintain God Only Knows might be one of the greatest songs ever written.
One of the best pop songs ever written,
Yeah.
definitely. 100%. And sad loss. Legacy will live on, because some absolute bops.
Yeah.
On both passings. Absolute bops. Yeah.
And
sad.
Sly Stone's Papa was a Rolling Stone, man. It's just
Yeah.
what? I mean, he's obviously done a lot more music than that, but what
Still
a
great.
banger.
Great. Yeah. Get it listened to if you've never listened to it. Next.
Over to Biggie's Bullet Points.
Go for it.
Yes. A few, not too many here. Sony came out and said, "We won't make the same mistakes again," as Sony reflects on the PS5's catastrophic Concord. But they have said they will not give up on live service. And I saw a great comment where someone said, so Sony is saying, we won't make the same mistakes, just similar ones.
Yeah, those mistakes will be made again.
It can't be the same. These have got different names.
I mean, I think that I think they're very much making the same mistake with Marathon.
Yeah, bless them.
Imagine being a company that excels at single-player, massive story-based action games and going, you know what, we're not going to do that anymore.
And do live service multiplayer shit.
Yeah. Something that the competition does a lot better than us.
And that we've never succeeded at.
You mentioned about the Silent Hill remake. Sir Gary Oldman, he has been knighted.
He has been.
Good for him.
Deserved.
The creepy Backrooms movie has now been greenlit.
What's that supposed to mean?
The one that's got like it's in the car park or something. It's got some creepy thing chasing somebody.
So Backrooms is it's one of these things. It was like an online. It was like a YouTube video thing, but it was the idea of like that liminal space in the back rooms of like a conference center or an arena,
A shopping mall or something.
Yeah, where all the corridors look the same.
Yeah,
and you're alone
creepy
in there at night, and is there something in there with you? And the back rooms became this kind of a little bit like SCP, this kind of shared
like
horror,
a creepypasta.
Yeah, shared horror writing thing.
Okay.
Looks good though.
Kids are weird.
I like the idea of it. Whether it'll work for a full-length movie, who knows? Robert Eggers has decided to use our script for A Christmas Carol.
Good.
William Dafoe is apparently up to star in another one of his films.
The Scrooge, yeah.
Mia Goth joins Star Wars Starfighter as a major villain opposite Ryan Gosling.
Like a bit of
I
Mia
didn't
Goth.
even know this were real. I thought I dreamt this.
No, it's a real thing. Star Wars Starfighter, not related to the Skywalkers.
I'm buzzing for a bit of Ryan Gosling in Star Wars. That's cool.
I'm buzzing for a bit of actual war in Star Wars.
Yeah, I am. Some actual Star War.
Oh, I wanted some more trade wars.
No, you didn't. You wanted more Skywalkers, you.
More embargoes, please.
I was just about to do one of the trade aliens accents, but I realised I'd probably get cancelled.
Very racist.
I'm not going to do it. But I can do a really good accent, a really good impression of Newt Gunray. I can do it.
I will do it in the green room.
No, I won't.
Do a little podcast all recorded secretly.
Finally over to the weird world web. This is a corker, thanks to our man Gadget. Tourist nightmare as Corfu Hotel had no English food and not enough chips.
Oh, I'm getting pinker just listening to that.
A holidaymaker has told her she became sick to death of looking at rice after the hotel she stayed at during her picturesque island getaway came with no
rice.
English food. Susan Edwards from Westerhope in Newcastle upon
Refund
Tyne
butler. Sorry.
has refused to speak with TUI again, the holiday company, after paying for an all-inclusive trip to Corfu where she wasn't offered English food. The mum, 69, had jetted off to the Greek island paradise with her two cousins, aged 77 and 78, if you were asking, and a 50-year-old second cousin and daughter, who was 30, on a TUI package holiday. But she said the vacation was horrendous from the minute they arrived, that the Brits were left with no food that they could eat, speaking to the Newcastle Chronicle. Susan said the group discovered on the first morning of their stay at the Lido Corfu Sun Hotel that there was no English food available.
It's fucking Greece.
It's no. Who does this next fucking paragraph?
Okay.
The mum, who suffers from ulcerative colitis, lamented the lack of bacon and sausage, saying she and the group were unhappy when they were presented with traditional Greek fare. She said, on a morning, you could have toast, a hard-boiled egg, or something in sauce. There was no bacon. For breakfast, there was mozzarella and sliced tomatoes. There was no hot bacon or sausage. We got chips one day out of the whole lot. There was fish, sardines and rice. I was sick to death of looking at rice. There was pasta and salads. None of this was marked, i.e. labelled. One night, there was a Greek night, and they had kebabs. I couldn't eat that. It's the worst holiday I've ever been on. Susan was also shocked by the drinks on offer, with wine, lager, ouzo, and brandy on the menu.
I love this. She's got fucking ulcerative colitis. She shouldn't be eating bacon and sausage every day. You know,
Shouldn't eat it full stop, guys.
Mozzarella and tomato salad might do her gut a bit of good.
All that food on that menu, I'm like, yes, I'm there, pal.
Yeah, fucking Greek salad.
Dream.
Beautiful. Nice feta salad.
Yeah. And I bet they've got some nice lager on, because Greeks know how to brew a bit of beer, don't they?
Also,
The
Greek,
mum and she was
Greek,
disappointed to find the group was in a hotel that was stuck there in the middle of nowhere with a private beach that was so steep we couldn't get down to it, and it was 150 yards away.
Oh man, this had me howling. I don't even care for the fact they're from Newcastle. I was fucking wild at this. The other thing is that she was annoyed at having to pay €1.50 for a bottle of water.
Yeah. You do over here.
Yeah.
It's about £1.50 for a bottle of water.
But she was
a bottle of water.
But basically, you know, package holiday, all inclusive, you tend to get local beers, local wine, you know, whatever cheap shit they get there.
Yeah, delicious.
She said she would have bottled lager or Bacardi and Coke, which would have cost €9 a drink and come from a different brand. That's like, this woman's autistic as fuck.
So she was going off menu anyway. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
You know, you never go off menu at an all-inclusive.
No,
ever.
you've paid for your all-inclusive. You fill your fucking boots with whatever they've got. Maybe you have one night where you
enjoy
go to
your
a night
diarrhea.
restaurant. You have one night of the week where you go to a nice restaurant.
One
and
night.
But yeah, like you're on a fucking Greek island, and they're giving you Greek food. What do you expect? Are you expecting it to be like fucking?
I'm sorry, but
you expect it to be
Greek
fucking
food's
Benidorm?
amazing. Oh god, yeah, egg and chips.
Oh, I was fucking.
Greek food's
howling at this.
amazing.
Greek food is amazing, and again, the Mediterranean diet is probably good for someone with ulcerative colitis.
Yeah, fucking hell. Have a salad.
Lots of oils and vegetables and freshness. Oh, I was fucking howling with this. I'll send you the article later so you can look at the pictures of them as well, because they're proper gammons. Proper gammons.
The sun was too hot. Fuck off.
Oh, he's foreigners in this.
I shouldn't be saying that, should I? Should be saying that. Oh, cool. Is that the news?
That's it, dude. And thank you, everyone, for a slightly longer news.
Well, we've got not much to talk about, so that's why we've done it. It's time, what we've been up to, and fuck it. I'm going to go against the grain. And Biggie, what have you been up to?
Ooh.
Look at his face, he's fuming.
He's fuming, he's got to keep
Can't believe
talking.
it.
Unbelievable.
I've got three things, but they're really quick. So, wanted to mention that I Haven't heard anyone else speak of this, so apologies if it's been brought up before. Variety on YouTube have what they call Actors on Actors.
I've seen a few of
It's
their
a
videos.
video
Yeah.
series of just actors talking to each other. They literally have them sit around a little coffee table and just let them
Oh, I've seen clips. Yes.
go at it. And I'm just going to mention a few of the groups that I've
Go
got
for it,
here.
yeah.
So we had Colin Farrell and Danny DeVito. Not only have
good.
they appeared as the Penguin in the Batman universe, but they're actually very good friends from appearing in a movie many, many years ago, and they've stuck this in touch and have this great friendship. And
I always think Danny DeVito was probably a good mate to have. I reckon he'd be.
Oh, he
Seems
is
like a nice
amazing
bloke.
just to sit here and you can tell Colin adores this man. Like he's like a mentor
Yeah,
in a
he
way.
seems
And he
lovely.
loves chatting to him. You can actually feel that sort of love that's there. This is a good one. Cillian Murphy and Margot Robbie.
Ooh, that's a
And
sexy
naturally-
fucking,
Naturally, they discuss about their two films coming out at the same time and the impact of
And
that.
how
and
good
everything.
looking
It's
they
really interesting. Arnold and Patrick Schwarzenegger actually have a discussion
Oh,
about
that's
life
cool.
and movies.
Yeah.
Which Danny DeVito turns up for that
Pedro,
Does it?
one. Yeah.
Oh, from Twins.
Pedro
yeah.
Pascal and Stephen Yun.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll be a fun one.
This is really
Another
cool.
very handsome chap
And-
there.
I know.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Is it just gorgeous
And
people talking to
Kieran-
gorgeous people?
And who? What?
Gorgeous people talking to gorgeous people. Is that all it is?
Well, there's Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans was on another one.
It's pretty
So,
ugly. Ugly fuckers, them two.
But they're very good friends again. So there's a warmth in their friendship that you can clearly get. And then Kieran Culkin and Coleman Domingo, who have never met.
Fucking
before,
hell again.
Having a proper chat. But they're genuine. I know there is a little bit like, oh, I love your work. Oh, your work is amazing. There's a bit of that at times, naturally, because that's just the way
Course.
actors are. But
Yeah.
they generally talk about the highs and lows and all this kind of stuff. And you just get a little insight into who these people really are, as opposed to what you may see on the screen and what you may know of them in life. It's just, and there's loads. Believing that this has been going on for years. I
Worth
don't know
watching,
how.
yeah?
Well, I think so. I think if you're interested in movies at all,
I am.
and actors behind the scenes, what they're really like in life, then yeah, check it out.
Cool. I will.
I have also been playing The Division 2 because a
I've heard
new
about this.
expansion came
Oh,
out.
you've heard
yes, the new
about-
expansion, yeah.
And this has become my little comfort game. I've really enjoyed this. It's been great going back into
we
this one.
both like the original.
Yeah, and do you know what? They've got some tweaks into it. They've got this new system in place called shepherding. So basically, in the original game, if you're in the middle of a game, let's say you're playing solo or even in a group, if there's like 2 or 3 of you, and you go down and you want to help and you press the call for button help and fuck all would turn up. But now,
Yeah.
because there's rewards for helping
People want to turn up.
the community's there and people will turn up and help. So you can crack on your own with these missions and get help to do it. And because there's rewards, it's spread out. You have to award the person when the notification comes up that they've done enough to earn the accommodation, then you can give it to them. But everyone does it. It's great when everyone's helping each
That's
other
sweet.
out.
Sweet.
I've really enjoyed that. There's loads of other tweaks and stuff.
Tell you what, with the
but,
Division 2, that's got the best fashion in any game ever.
yeah.
Just finding it.
and
You're
they're
like,
still-
oh, these new
their-
gloves look nice.
Their bundles are insane. So
it's so
literally, the skins.
You can have Resident Evil
If you
ones, can't you?
remember, like in COD, you get a whole pack and you get skins, guns, or whatever for your £15. In the Division, you could almost buy one single skin for your character, and it's about £50. It's insane what they charge for these bundles, which
Yeah.
obviously I'm not interested in. But Ubisoft is Ubisoft. So there's a couple of bugs. The funniest one is that because this is part of this new expansion pack, when you load the game up, you get this radio message come over from one of the leaders from your home base. And it repeats everywhere you go. So when you go
Lovely,
to a new place and you fast travel to another area, the same voice message comes through. So if you're playing for X amount of hours, you keep hearing this repeated message. And it's becoming a bit of a meme in the community, so that's funny.
Bit
That's
like Navi
Ubisoft
from
not
Zelda.
being able
Hey,
to-
listen.
But interestingly, they obviously are promoting this expansion via Twitch. So they wanted people to watch Twitch streams of this new expansion. And if you did that,
Is it free?
you get some rewards.
Is it a free expansion?
No. Yeah, but it's not a massive amount. It's like 12 quid or something. But I think it's worth it. But yeah, if you watch these streams on Twitch, then it would log your hours of watching these streams. So you're up to 6 hours, and you get all these different points, rewards that would appear in game, like caches and all this kind of stuff.
Is it an official PS5 version, or is it still PS4?
It'll be a PS4
I
version.
believe it's PS4. I don't think they ever did an upgrade for it.
That
Still looks
sucks.
great though. But I love it. It sucks me in. I love all that stuff. But yeah, Ubisoft still haven't fixed the fact that the Twitch drops are not dropping in game. So you can claim them on Twitch, but they're not appearing in their game. And that's quite embarrassing,
Right.
Ubisoft.
There.
And I wanted to give a shout out to some random bloke called Needlewoods, who came and helped me for my very first night on the expansion when I got a little bit overconfident and got my arse handed to me. And he came and stayed with me for about 3 hours. And,
Did you tell him to listen to his
did
podcast?
submissions. No, because I was trying to work out how
Fucked
to
it.
do the in-game chat, and it was too late by then.
You fucked it.
Because I don't normally play with randoms.
Shouting out someone I'll never hear this.
But I think Kurt was talking about playing the Division in the Discord. So if you haven't already, Kurt, check it out, man. I love it. It's a great game. I think it's right
The
up
base
there for
game was
just
great. The base game was actually really good.
It hits my buttons. It just it's everything that I want in a game, and I like it. I really enjoy the atmosphere. I like the gameplay. Yes, it's repetitive. You can't knock that. Sorry, you can knock that. It does
I like the
but
loop of it. I
like
think
it.
it's fun. It's fun. I'll
Yes.
back your corner. I think the Division 2 is good. I do.
And lastly, very quickly, I have been watching about halfway through The Pitt, which is a medical procedural drama starring Noah Weil. What I like about this, because this blows my mind, that as far as I'm aware,
Noah
this has not been
Wiley's gone back to
done
do another
before.
hospital drama.
By the people that made ER. But do you know
Fucking
what?
hell.
He's really good in it. And the big catch for this show, which is why it blows my mind, because I can't believe this hasn't been done before, is that it's set over the time period in the show. So every episode is an hour, just like 24. But 24 came out years and years and years ago. So how a hospital drama hasn't been set this way, as far as I'm aware, that every episode is
Has
an hour
it
long. in a
shown
shift.
anyone have a shit yet?
Yes, in the very
Oh.
first episode.
So at least he has his poo. That's cool.
Not
That's what I
him,
didn't like about
but
24.
somebody in the show does. But I'm only up to maybe the 5th or 6th hour so far. But it's the storyline is continuing through each episode as it's 1 hour in the shift of a 12-hour shift. And it's so cool. It's really good. It's very factual with medical stuff. There's a little
I'm
bit
sorry,
of
but I
history about.
fucking hate medical dramas.
Oh, I love it. I think it's great. And you get a bit of history about the staff, but it's mainly about the patients that come in and the drama that's tied in with that. So I think it's really cool. Really, really enjoying it. Really like it. And his main character, which is something else which I think will probably start to creep in into media now, is that the main character is during the stressful shift is also having flashbacks of what happened with COVID. The impact of the stress of the healthcare system with COVID. So I think that'll start to make an appearance in a lot of media nowadays.
I stood outside and clapped for I didn't really. I'm not a fucking loser. Cool. Gadget, what you been doing, boy?
Couple of things. So my latest YouTube video went out, so I need to start playing something for the next one. So I've restarted Cyberpunk on the PC this time. And I'm not going to talk about Cyberpunk. We've talked about it a lot, but I just want to say it looks really fucking good on the PC with all the ray tracing and all that shit on. Looks really good. So if you can play it on a
I've heard it's
PC,
a good port for the Switch 2 as well, I've heard.
yeah, apparently it's good up until you play Phantom Liberty, and apparently Phantom Liberty shits the bed on it.
Oh, really?
Apparently it can't handle the scripted levels.
You can't handle
All the big
scripted levels, and
set-piece
I think there's a lot of background stuff going on in Dogtown as well.
Yeah, and it's a big
Yeah.
busy
It's a busy
area, isn't it?
place.
Remember?
Yeah, but yeah, it's really, really good on PC. Really enjoying it. But yeah, a couple of things I've done this week. Today, Pip and I took the niece and nephew out to the old kinema. We went to see How to Train Your Dragon, the new remake
How
of
to
it.
Train Your Dragon.
Yeah,
And how do you train a dragon?
by getting burnt a lot, I think. So this is a live-action remake of the 2010 animated film, directed by Dean DeBlois, who he was the director of the original Lilo and Stitch, apparently.
Right.
This one stars Mason Thames as Hiccup, Nico Parker as Astrid. If you remember her from the opening episode of The Last of Us TV show, she played Sarah.
Yeah, I just don't remember How to Train Your Dragon. I've seen all three of them. I just can't remember what characters are called and stuff. I remember Hiccup and Toothless.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movies. They're somehow
Really
bypassed me.
It's also got Gerard Butler reprising he played Stoic the Vast, the chief in the original films, and so they've just basically put him in a costume and stuck him on the set. Which worked. Also, Peter Serafinowicz is in there and Nick Frost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Both from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. So this is based around Vikings who live on the island of Burke.
Fucking
Burke. Who are frequently set upon by dragons, and Hiccup is the chief's son who keeps getting into fucked up situations because he's a bit useless, but he ends up
crap Viking, innit?
Yeah, he's a crap Viking, but he's a bit of an inventor, a bit of a handyman with gadgets, and he takes down one of the rarest and most unseen dragons, the Night Fury, and then actually turns out that the dragons are friendly.
He's like a cat.
Yeah, he's like a cat. And this film is a pretty much one-to-one, shot-for-shot remake of the animated film. If you have seen the animated film, you will take nothing new from this.
You don't need to watch it.
Yeah, basically. It is aggressively
But it's inoffensive because it's exactly the same film.
Yeah, it's like a slightly worse version of the original film.
Yeah.
And it's really CGI heavy, so it's just like there is so much of it that isn't real world.
Yeah. It's funny that they can call it a live action.
Yeah, it's kind of doing that Lion King thing. But the dragons are good. They're expressive. Toothless looks great. Acts pretty much the same way. But I'm not kidding when I say it is shot for shot in a lot of places.
I bet you were like, I know exactly what's happening next.
Yeah, even down to camera movements and stuff. But there are some things that are worse. Some of the actors in it are worse than the original film. It's not quite as funny, because it's got transplanted into meat space. It's lost a lot of that kind of natural humour that you get from CGI animation.
And they're all gangly and stuff in the CG, weren't they?
Yeah, and there's a lot of some of the slapstick humour's been taken out of it. The music's still great. It's the same score. It's just been rescored by the same guy. And the themes you remember are still there, like the big fucking triumphant dragon. That's still in there. It's just like there's nothing wrong with the film.
But thanks.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the film. It's a really good film. I paid £55 for 4 tickets to go to the cinema to see this when I could have watched it on fucking Netflix.
That makes it worse. That makes it a lot worse.
Yeah. And the people will say, "Oh, it's targeted at kids." It's like, well, yeah, but I still love the original film. I'm the target audience because I like these kind of comedic fantasies.
Yeah.
It's fine if you haven't seen the original film, or your kids haven't seen it. By all means, take them. It'll be a really good time for them. If you've seen the original film, go back and watch the original film because I think it's slightly better.
My kids have seen the first the original three films about 500 times. They do not need to see this.
They don't. They will get nothing new from this.
Okay, shame.
Yeah, I mean, like I say,
I'd have liked something slightly different.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where there's not enough of a change in the take on the film. It's so faithful to the original that I think that's actually a fault for it.
Are these rumours?
Lilo and Stitch is very similar as well, to be fair.
You might not know, but are these rumours, Stigl now, right? Are these rumours of there's going to be a Shrek live action, inverted commas, coming?
I fucking hope not. I know there's a 5th Shrek film in the making.
Yeah, I know that.
It's got Zendaya in it.
Proper normal Shrek, but there's a lot of floating about rumours that there's going to be a live action.
I don't think you could do a live action Shrek. Have you seen what the fucking Broadway musical looks like?
No.
It looks fucking
I've
bizarre.
never seen Shrek. I don't know why.
But yeah, no, I don't know if you could do Shrek because Shrek is so fantastical. Like, there's what? 3 people in that film? Everything else is fantasy creatures? So, yeah. But yeah, like I say, if you haven't seen the original film, go and see this. If not, just stick with the original. If you have seen it, stick with the original film. But I will say, I do like Nick Froster's Gobber, the blacksmith. He is actually really good. I think he is an improvement over the original film. And Mason Thames, they've actually managed to find a kid who looks like Hiccup. It's quite impressive.
He doesn't sound like Jay Baruchel, though, does he?
No, which again is another improvement.
He
doesn't have that
whiny voice.
He doesn't have that whiny American voice that Jay Baruchel has.
Canadian.
He's Canadian, is he?
Oh my God, they're all coming for you now.
Yeah. But I mean, Gerard Butler is Stoic the Vast. He's playing the role exactly the same as he did, but now he's got a massive beard. He suits an enormous beard, that man. He looks good with a giant Viking beard.
Has he got a big bear belly then?
They've put him in like big padded armor.
Okay, fair enough.
So he's got the size of Stoic the Vast.
Yeah.
Also, I think Stoic the Vast is a great name for a Viking.
You're not stealing it for Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I wouldn't. Fucking
Too
what's her name? Cressida Cowell will come for us, the writer of the original book.
yeah.
But the main thing I want to talk about, Pip and I watched a documentary on Netflix the other day, a brand new documentary. Oodles, you can't watch this one because it's going to be scarier than Alien Isolation for you. We watched Titan, the Ocean Gate disaster.
I can't watch that.
So
I couldn't even read the news.
So cast your mind back to 2023 when
I'm also not putting the Ocean Gate thing on this pod art. I might do actually. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Cast your mind back to 2023 when all of a sudden that graph that shows the amount of deaths related to the Titanic went up a little notch for the first time since 1912. As the Ocean Gate submersible imploded on a journey
by
down
a
to the
DualShock
Titanic.
controller.
Yeah. So this documentary takes a lot of the footage, because a lot of the footage that the team in Ocean Gate had filmed, and talks about the development of this submersible and
inverted commas.
And well, I mean, it went down, didn't come back up. That was the problem.
Didn't come back up.
It talks about basically a lot about how it was developed, how it was built, and how much of a shit the CEO of the company, Stockton Rush, was.
And how crap billionaires are.
Yeah. So, this is a standard. It's a very glossy Netflix documentary. It's very good. The general run of it is that everything that went wrong with that was Stockton Rush's fault because he was an arrogant piece of shit CEO who frequently disagreed with the experts that he'd hired.
Yeah, he was warned that that sort of thing would happen, wasn't it?
He was, because the whole thing with Ocean Gate was he wanted to revolutionize the idea of submersibles. He wanted to have like submersible tourism to be a thing, which it kind of is a thing, but like with ones that go like maybe 100 meters underwater to like go down coral reefs, because those are easy to build. Ones that go 4,000 meters, 4 kilometers down to this surface, the floor of the ocean, those ones are a bit more expensive, technical, and dangerous. Like the ones that like James Cameron used to film stuff for Titanic, those cost hundreds of millions of dollars and can fit 2 people.
That's what I'm about to say. They were designed for 1 or 2 people deliberately, so you don't get the bends and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also had like an umbilical back to the ship.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But so this one, he had this idea. He had this idea when he was having conversations with, of all people, Boeing. And we know how well Boeing
they've done really well lately.
To have carbon fiber hull to make it cheaper and lighter and allow for more room inside to have more people in there. And it goes through this whole... Cause while Stockton Rush was kind of building up this company, he had videographers who were filming everything. So there's so much footage of the testing process. They built a scaled down model, like a third of the size, so they could test carbon fiber in a barometric pressure chamber.
Yeah.
And it implodes at a pressure for 3,000 meters. And at no point does he sit and say, maybe we shouldn't do this. He just fucking carries on with it. He he hired a guy from Scotland who was like one of the world's greatest experts in submersibles. Fucking sacks him at one point. Sacks his engineers staff 3 times over. Most of the engineers working for him are like fresh out of university. The crux of the matter, and this has kind of come out in the news now. Carbon fiber is strong. It's great for cars because it's light, it's strong, it survives impacts. What it's not good at is pressure. Because carbon fiber is, as you would imagine, fibers in a resin.
Which they've got holes in them.
Well, they also have a limited tensile strength. So when they start cracking, they don't uncrack.
No. They're not malleable like that, are they?
No. There is video footage from one of the first deep sea test dives of the Titan sub in the Bahamas, where Stockton Rush is in the capsule, gets down to 3,000 meters or so, and what they've got to try and have an early warning system for cracks and all that, they have like acoustic sensors within the hull.
Yeah.
And he is sat in there, and you've got a camera from his perspective because he was filming it while he was down there, and you hear it popping and cracking. And my heart was in my mouth the whole time. I know he doesn't die on this one, but the sound of it is awful. And it's like, it's so tense and so horrible. But he's sitting there going, oh, that'll get your attention. It's like, no. If I was in his position, well, one, I wouldn't have made a submersible out of carbon fiber and I would have listened to my experts. But if I was in that situation where I'm in a test sub 3,000 meters down, I start hearing popping and cracking, I'm hitting the surface at a rate of knots.
Yeah.
I am abandoning that test and going right to the top immediately. No, he's just hanging out down there.
It's a good documentary. It's a good documentary. I don't want you to spoil the ending. That's the thing. I don't know what happens.
It's a very good documentary. You will be very angry at Stockton Rush throughout.
We're angry at it. I'm angry at all billionaires.
Yeah.
He obviously never watched The Abyss because he could have learned a lot from that.
I don't think
being saved by aliens.
Don't think he ever spoke to James Cameron. I think that was the problem. James Cameron would have fucking slapped him around the face for it.
He's more or less a complete expert. He's done it so many times. He's on a weekend.
Yeah, he's one of the world. James Cameron is one of the world's foremost experts on it.
Yeah, it's his bread and butter.
But yeah, there's just some absolutely shocking decisions on it, like and like the way Stockton kind of fucks people around and is adamant that he's going to do it. There is a really I'm not going to go into the kind of the detail, but there's a really harrowing discussion the week before the disaster happened. They were out on another kind of expedition. The expeditions that go out on the boat for like 5 days and try multiple attempts to do a dive, depending on weather and technical issues and all that. And there was a YouTuber, I can't remember his name, but he's like a very popular. He's like 13 million subscribers, and he does scuba diving content. So it's all about like underwater diving and exploration. And he seems like a really nice lad. He's not like one of your Logan Paul types. And he was supposed to go down on Titan to see the Titanic, and got to the point where they were sealed in and it was starting to dive, and then they had to stop for a technical reason. So they came back out. And he's talking about when he saw the week after, he saw them kind of pulling the front dome out. And he's saying, a week ago, I had my feet on that. And it's harrowing, like the look on his face, incredible. I think this is one of the best Netflix documentaries for a while.
I might watch it then.
It'll put the fucking heebie-jeebies up your oodles, because there's a lot of...
Of course it will. I'll watch it with like a pillow.
Watch it with a pillow, maybe a wife nearby.
No.
A lot of...
because she loves it when I get scared.
Yeah, a lot of shots of the open water or underwater and like the fucking Titanic looming out of the darkness. But yeah, it's a really good documentary. You'll just be very angry at the end of it.
What are they doing with him at this point?
Stockton Rush. He's dead.
He's dead.
No, he wasn't. Oh, did he die with it? Because I thought there was a guy that was
he got imploded into tiny little bits.
No.
I thought there was another guy that was owning the company that was still being taken down for this.
No, he didn't die from that, did he, actually?
No, so Stockton Rush was in the sub. He did very much die. And the company was ultimately dissolved. He was like the top in charge. There was no one else above him, no one else to the side of him.
Okay.
And great news, listeners, we've just bought Ocean Gate today. Part of the modern escapism family.
It only cost us 60 quid.
Fucking not even that. Right, what have I been up to this week? Can you guess?
Well, you certainly haven't been gaming because there's been nothing released in the last 2 weeks.
Wrong.
What? There's been releases?
You're wrong. Yeah.
I'm wrong.
I got one of these.
Oh, he's got the box.
I got a box, a Nintendo Switch 2 box. Do nothing in it.
Did you pay the $100 unboxing fee for it?
Yeah.
But that person was advertised on Craigslist.
Luckily, the person actually put the console in as well. I got a Nintendo Switch 2, and the things pop out. You need to watch it on YouTube. It's really exciting. Yes, so by this point, because obviously it's been out a few days. How long has it been out? By the time I listen to this, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
A whole generation.
So yeah, because we're so delayed now. But yeah, you've all heard people talk about it and stuff like that. I'm going to do my little review, and I'm going to annoy people as well. I'm going to do my positives now and my negatives in the green room. Oh, what a twat! What a twat!
What a twat!
You've got to be a patron to find out what I don't like about it. And there's a lot of things. But the positives, and this is going to sound very strange, it feels like a Switch Pro. And I think that's a positive.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like a sequel console. It doesn't feel like how the PS1 went to the PS2, or do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like an adult Switch. Switch for adults. It feels premium, it feels quality, it feels like it's worth the money it cost. Do you know what I mean? When it's in the hand, it's all matte black.
Yeah.
And it's all like the Joy-Cons are adult-sized rather than child-sized. The screen's stunning and big. It's not OLED, though. I know people kicking off. It's not OLED. It's not OLED. It's LCD, but it's a really good bit of LCD. It's a really tidy bit of LCD. And it launched with the one game that everyone's talking about. Well, 2 games, because people think that fucking museum game's a game. It's not. Mario Kart World. Now, the best thing to say is Mario Kart World is the best Mario Kart game ever made.
Okay.
But if you remember, every Mario Kart after the last Mario Kart's the best Mario Kart ever made.
I mean, also, there's been like 10 years since the last Mario Kart was made, so it's...
Yeah. It's not a hot take to say that the next Mario Kart's better than the last, because they all kind of play like Mario Kart 64, like Super Mario Kart, is that what it's called?
Super Mario Kart was the first one, yeah.
Yeah, they all fundamentally play exactly the same. This has refined itself in the fact that you've got like grinding and wall jumping, so you can really make use of. They've built the tracks for that kind of weird acrobatics, but you can still play with your kids and just play normal Mario Kart if you want. You know what I mean? You don't have to engage in all the like pro strats for speed running time trials and stuff. You can, but you don't have to. It's Mario fucking Kart. You've got blue shells. You know what I mean? It's got some open world bits. Yeah, it's a fun distraction. It's more meditative than gameplay wow factor. It's a really solemn. You're just bombing around the big open map and you're doing little challenges. There's nothing really much more than just enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? Enjoying yourself rather than any substance. You can unlock clothes, you can unlock carts and stuff. But the real meat I think that game's got, and the real like advancement, is the knockout mode. I don't know if you've heard much about the knockout mode at all.
Last person gets kicked out of the game.
It kind of feels like Mario Kart Battle Royale.
Yeah. Well,
it's 24 of you, and don't be at the end.
They did that. They did Mario Kart 99, like as a F-Zero 99 or something like that. It's like F-Zero. One of those kind of Switch things which did that. It was like the further back of the pack you got, the more likely you were to get kicked out.
Yeah. So imagine that's just a mode in this. So that was a full game, wasn't it? Well, a free game, wasn't it? It was free.
Yeah, temporary free game.
They've done that, and I swear, it's the most online fun I've had in years.
You're playing online?
Because the funniest, yeah, I got 3 years subscription with my console.
Ooh.
Nintendo online, whatever it's fucking called. I ain't even put my bank card on it, so it's not getting redone in next year. Without me forgetting, no fucking chance. But yeah, it's really absorbing. I've put about 25 hours into Mario Kart.
My
which is
God.
not something I'd normally do. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. I also got the updates to Tears of the Kingdom for free with the online subscription. You can pay $7.99 if you haven't got online, but you know what I mean. You can do that. You get Tears of the Kingdom feels like a fucking remaster. It's a Nintendo Switch 2 version.
Yeah.
And you play it with the Nintendo Zelda Notes app. And it's director's commentary type thing all the way through it, where Zelda's talking to you. When you're walking through world, she'll go, oh, this is Kakariko Village. This is where I did this. And she's flushing out like Dark Souls-style lore nuggets as you're walking around the map. And it's really fucking good. And you know how items space was a big issue in that? And you're like, I really like this sword, but it will break if I keep using it.
Yeah.
It's got something called item storage where you can send it to the app. And it's out of your inventory, but it's safe in your app on your phone.
Oh.
And you can do it with any... It's really, like, clever. It's so simple as well. It's not next-gen fucking blowing map, but something so simple that they've thought about. And it works. You can only do it on the Nintendo Switch 2 version as well. And there's a roulette thing on this app where every day you spin the roulette and it gives you a free item for the day. Or a free, like, boon for the day.
All right.
And it works. It helps. Like, I was in Gerudo Valley, Gerudo fucking Desert. We all know Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And it's red hot in it.
Yeah.
And I was fucking dying. I mean, it's like Link going, I'm dying, I can't. And I thought, oh, I paused it, I had to spin the wheel. I got one of the meals that gives you loads of hydration and stuff. That app's just fucking saved me.
Nice.
Genuinely genius. And they've got away with, like Nintendo Switch, the original, you could only send your screen captures to Twitter, couldn't you?
Yes.
No one wants to do that anymore, so you send it to this app. And then you post the app on your Discord.
So a little bit like the PlayStation app. The Xbox app.
But it's rare for Nintendo to be so cooperative.
User-friendly.
User-friendly, yeah. And everything about the Switch... Guess what? The eShop. Remember the Switch eShop?
I have nightmares about it still.
Loads instantly.
I don't care about the loading. It was a fucking horrendous for discovery if they changed the layout of it.
Oh, it's got a discovery mode. It's got a discovery option. Which games you like, games we think you'd like, games that you should potentially put in your wish list.
Not all these 99p fucking hentai bullshit.
I haven't seen a single hentai game. Not one. It's all my stuff. And because obviously the console's such a... It's slightly more powerful than the Steam Deck now. Not the best Steam Deck. I don't know if there's a version of Steam Deck, but it's slightly more powerful.
Right.
So because of that, old Switch games get a really good boost. Like, you got to test every new console with Dark Souls, haven't you?
Yeah.
See how Dark Souls runs.
Runs
perfectly. It runs like the PS4
Even in Blighttown
version of Dark Souls. Even in Blighttown, just
Fucking
60
hell.
frames all the way through it. No bother.
Fucking hell.
Whatsoever. It is a PS4 Pro powered machine. Do you know what I mean? It's not a PS5.
They're always last gen.
Yeah. But again, Biggie, for instance, they could put Division 2 on this and it not have an issue. Do you know what I mean? They could do it.
Yeah.
It's nice to have it. And it's Nintendo Switch format. It's user friendly now. It just works. Again, I'm very biased towards Nintendo.
You're
I'm
a Nintendo baby.
Buyer. I weren't a Sega slut like you growing up.
Rude.
You know what I mean? I would be Nintendo were my first consoles. You know what I mean? I always loved Nintendo. Apart from the Wii days, the Wii years. Stop making me move to play games. But yeah, it's really good. The Joy-Cons are good. The snap-on, snap-off. This, however, is the VIP. And this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, my pros. Do my cons later on. Behind the paywall. What's it called?
Pro.
The Nintendo Switch Pro 2
Yeah.
is perhaps the best controller I've ever had in my life.
Really?
29-day battery life. Haptic feedback. Boots the console up, Gadget. It boots the console.
Boots it up.
These are things we were used to back in the PS3, Xbox 360 era, but now it does it.
That was the one downside of the 8-bit dual controller I had for my Switch, which was that it wouldn't boot the console.
It's got little ZL, do you know what I mean? Them little buttons at the back that You can map it to particular games, so you never have to do it for everything.
Mm-hmm.
It saves.
Reminds me of
And it's cute.
Reminds me of the Xbox Elite controller, because you see it's got those three.
It's
got those three lights
similar.
there. So like that button, like you have different profiles for it.
It's very similar to an Xbox thing, but I think the spacing's absolutely perfect for an adult's hands.
Because that's always been the thing with the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons
All
have always
effect
been...
analog sticks.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's like my console came with the camera, 2 extra Joy-Cons, and some steering wheels, and I traded that in to get the Pro Controller 2 and Bravely Default Remaster, and I am not disappointed with that decision. I think that console should come with one of those.
Yeah, but it
won't.
won't.
I think it's essential. Because yes, the Joy-Cons are all well and good. You get that little dock to put them in so you can play it without, obviously, when it's in desktop mode or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it.
TV mode.
TV mode, yeah. But that feels still like a toy in your hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's not the greatest start when it comes to software. But hardware, I'm loving that aspect. But you'll find out my negatives behind this paywall. Let's get some feedback from our peoples, because we're running long.
Yeah, we have some feedback. First off, we have Stig. Way aye, boys. Sorry I couldn't be there again, but I'm tuned tonight to watch War Sam Fender. It's like a bloody Newcastle home game with all the footy tops being worn. Yuck.
Like barcodes everywhere.
Yeah. That's a fucking loud gig. He was playing on Thursday. His first night was on Thursday at St. James'
He's doing
Park.
a bit of a... He's doing
Well, because he's from Newcastle, so
a week in Newcastle.
He does a few dates. I was out the back door having a vape, and I live 5 miles away from St. James's Park, and I could hear that concert really clearly.
I only know 2 of Sam Fender songs. I only know 2 of them.
Yeah.
I told you about the Wu-Tang Clan, didn't I? When they were in Shoreham.
Yeah, you can hear it.
This is amazing. Down on the coast, and they did a summer fest down
Good
there.
evening, London, because they didn't know where they were.
Well, no, wait. It was just the fact that Shoreham is a bit of a coastal town again, with a sort of aged population at times as well. And this big festival was held on this recreation ground. I went out walking my dog, very similar things to what Gadget was saying, X amount of distance away, and all I could hear was Wu-Tang, motherfucker, Wu-Tang. That they were shouting out through the sound system. I was like, Jesus, the whole of Shoreham is like...
And you didn't want to go?
I couldn't, I was working, I was running a pub, mate. It was impossible.
No, that's true. No days off.
Anyway, Stig goes on to say, this week we went to see the new live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. Did this need making? No. Was it well done and really enjoyable? Absolutely. The casting is spot on and it manages to capture some of the same magic. Doing a shot-for-shot remake with a few added scenes seems like an odd choice, but if they'd have changed too much, people would complain about that too.
That's true.
You aren't going to get anything new out of this that the animated film doesn't already bring, but it's still enjoyable time, especially compared to Disney live actions. Also, the kids loved it, so, target audience approves.
And he didn't pay for it.
Probably not. Yeah. It's fair enough. He clearly likes it a little bit more than I did, but I didn't dislike it.
You paid 50 quid.
I did. Next up, international man of dysentery, Bobby Wayne.
Yep.
He says, top of the morning, Tour Rags. I absolutely laughed out loud when you declared me king of the M62 last week, as I was driving on the M62 on my way home from work. Because he's the king of the M62.
Going around pipping his arm going, I'm the king.
He's got a little crown in his van.
Yeah, he has.
I've just started a new series on Paramount Plus called Teacup. A series about a family and their neighbours who find themselves encircled by a blue spray-painted line left by a mysterious stranger. Anyone who steps outside the line is hideously distorted and killed in a rather painful-looking way. All right. I'm only a couple of episodes in, but it's captivating enough so far, and the hooks are quite hooky. Unfortunately, it has the trope of the young boy being chosen. As the connected one, you tend to find these types of shows. You find in these type of shows, which is a boring plot point at this stage, but it does feature Yvonne Strahovski, so I can't forgive it.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. You can always rely on Rob to watch crap that no one else has ever heard of.
He seems
that.
Seems to go on a deep dive of like whatever's on Prime, doesn't he?
He's always been like that. He's always like, have you watched this? I'm like, no, I'm watching Game of Thrones, like Rest at Universe.
But I like some of the stuff he's brought up. So
I do, but he's such
interesting.
he loves a niche show or a niche film that no one's interested in, and then he talks about it, and you go, maybe I am interested in it. He's a bit of a savant when it comes to stuff like that.
He goes on to say, I also started Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Yourselves and a few listeners have already commented in ways that I agree. My only criticism is I wish there was a mini-map for local areas, as they can get a bit confused in trying to explore all those nooks and crannies for Lumina points.
I've completed it and I agree.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It would not have hurt that game to have a mini-map.
Although, I mean, the point I'm at of the game, minimap doesn't really need anything. You tend to go to a new place and you go straight for whatever awful boss that you have to fight.
He does that. He does that more towards the end. It's just straight lines, guys.
I mean, I'll bleep this for listeners, but I'd be that was a fuck on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Mike Holstetter said, almost at the end of the second He Who Fights with Monsters book now, and I take back my previous statement of saying that it isn't funny. The main character Jason is so unbelievably sarcastic as the books develop, I often find myself laughing at him.
Oh. It's good when a book does that.
Yeah, apparently I've ruined my playthrough of AC Odyssey by killing someone in public ages ago, and now because of that I can't get the good ending anymore.
Yep, that's what happens in real life, mate. You can't kill somebody and not be a murderer ever. You know what I mean? You can't wash it away.
Well,
it's just a skill issue for Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great game, though.
Michael Barrymore did it.
Hell, man.
You know he's a
Allegedly.
listener. You can't say that.
Moving swiftly on, my son put Fortnite on my PlayStation while I wasn't looking and set me up a character, and I can officially confirm my dislike of the game is warranted. Don't get me wrong, I get why people like playing it, but it's too frantic for me and not my cup of tea. Now I'll have my 80 gigabytes of storage space back, please.
I think it's fun. It's a laugh.
Finally picked up a charming little game recommended by yourselves. Thank goodness you're here. I know you've
Yeah.
I know you've spoken a lot about it, but it's one of the funniest games I've ever played, and that's probably some Yorkshire bias, but I don't care. I'm off the market for some fish and ciggies. See thee.
See thee, not see thee.
See thee.
See thee.
I was still fucking howling the other day when you just sent that picture to our group chat of the bit where it says that biggies aren't real people.
Yeah, I think it was either Rob or Mike Alstead that sent me that image. One of them two numpties. Both Yorkshire elites.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Xenos has been on. She's been playing a lot more of Cassette Beast this week, although I'll admit it's mostly across the last 3 days, as I had a tooth out on Friday and needed something fairly low effort to occupy myself.
I do not envy her whatsoever. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, my team is starting to come together now, and after a fair amount of hunting this morning, I finally have a Kepri, which is a flying beetle with the power of the sun at the end of its legs. It doesn't have palms or hands, you see. I wanted one of these since I first looked at the list of monsters, and I'm thoroughly happy to have it joining the indestructible space tardigrade that has been the keystone of my team so far. Still haven't worked out everything else I'm going to be using, but I punched an archangel called Morningstar in the face yesterday, and in the process discovered that not only can Lucifer himself not judge space tardigrades effectively, but they can judge the hell out of him in response. Pun not intended, I swear. 10 out of 10. Would break major aspects of Christian eschatology again. In fact, we'll probably have to because I'm not done with the game yet. I need to play this game.
A good soundtrack.
Is it me or does Xenos, does she basically just play these games and find the most destructible forces possible in the builds? It's just kind of... She goes to the point where it's, my character could completely fuck
a megalomaniac.
up the world.
It's the way her brain works. I asked her for a build for Cyberpunk that would be like look good on the video, and she sent me like fucking homework, like build creators,
all the
and all
Santa
that.
Vista fucking stopping time.
Yeah, like all like the extreme Netrunner stuff. I'm like, okay, I need to do some research into this.
Yeah, that.
God,
Shoot
could you imagine
people.
Xenos if she played Animal Crossing or something? That could completely fuck her up.
Optimize the fuck out of that island.
Like, why can't I optimize my mortgage?
I think she might have played it. I'll have to ask her about it.
A lot of people did. It's a great game, Animal Crossing. Don't diss it.
She needs to get on one of those, you know, those machine puzzle games where you've got like it's what's it called, like Obscura, not Obscura, something like that. But it's where like you've got the three dots and you've got to make the machines move to put them in the right place. I think she'd go mental with it.
She needs it, and you'll back me up on this. She needs to play Armored Core 6.
Do you know what? That popped into my head when he was talking like that.
That's a person's build game. It's basically Lego.
Yeah, but I think the game plays too fast for her. So I think what she would need is she'd need to like buddy with somebody. So like she does the builds, the person then has the buddy has to fight.
Like a sniper and his mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on from telling Xenos how to play our games.
She's better than us at everything.
Yeah. Belligerent Bottletop Angry Kurt has said, the last couple of weeks, my main gaming time has been on Expedition 33, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I love everything.
We've been tracking it.
I love everything about it at times, including the combat. Then every so often I come across an enemy that beasts me, and I have no clue how I'm supposed to defeat it and feel like quitting, and I don't want to stick it on easy if I can avoid it. People tell me to do that and just enjoy the story, but I'm someone who needs the gameplay part to be there, which is most of the time. I just hope I don't continue having these frustrating moments with it. Kurt, that's by design.
Division 2.
Yeah.
The game is designed with roadblocks in.
Yeah. He's telling you that you're doing something wrong or you need to go away.
Or you need to get better at the parrying.
Yeah. It's deliberately telling you this.
One of the Act 3 optional bosses took me an hour and a half to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking serpent hail. Twat.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do that one, Kurt.
No, you don't have to do it, but it got personal. We also had the release of the Switch 2, and to my surprise, the game I've played the most isn't Mario Kart, but Fast Fusion, which I believe is the only other Switch 2 exclusive game so far after Mario Kart and Welcome Tour. It's basically Wipeout, but with weapons. Wipeout has weapons. So F-Zero with weapons. Oh, sorry, without weapons, sorry. So he said.
Oh, without?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Wipeout had the rockets and that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I misread what he said there. The gimmick is that each track has booster pads, which are blue or orange, and you have to press X before hitting one of the pads to ensure your ship is the corresponding colour to take advantage of the speed boost.
Oh, while you're going super fast as well.
Yeah. The other gimmick is that you can merge two ships together into one Uber ship, which also combines their stats, which is cool. It has excellent race and handles really well and looks beautiful running at 60 frames. Highly recommend it for 13 quid.
13 quid?
13 quid? Get on a Fast Fusion.
Yeah, somebody on
not allowed to buy any games.
Eurogamer said the same thing. They said Switch 2 comes with a fantastic racer and it's not Mario Kart.
I mean, Mario Kart is fantastic.
Well, Kurt would disagree with you. He says, Mario Kart I found to be merely good. To me, it's more of a party game than a racing game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but for someone who like me, who loves his racing games, it makes it a less satisfying game to play. I'm sure I'll still end up doing all the Grand Prix, though. I mean, it's not exactly a racing sim, is it?
No, I did the Grand Prix in about an hour. I got the credits in an hour. It's all about that fucking knockout mode on online, mate. 24 people with all got their heads above the fucking carts and they're all going, boo, when they get hit. Amazing.
I haven't watched any films, but TV-wise, I've been watching a new show described as slow horses in Edinburgh called Department Q on Netflix. It's really good. It's more about police work than MI6 stuff like Slow Horses, but it's a gripping watch, and the way the pilot ends was a complete surprise I never saw coming.
I haven't watched a telly show in fucking weeks.
And finally, I am just over halfway through Red Seas Under Red Skies and continue to love it. Something has just happened on the seas which I have no idea how they're going to play out in the rest of the book for Locke and John, as their plans have now been thrown totally off course. It's a very good book.
What's that?
The second Gentleman Bastards book.
Oh, I refunded that.
Oh, you didn't get on with it, did you?
No, I tried. I got about 5 hours in and I'm like, it's not gripping me. I spoke about it in the Discord. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with you, it's me.
Yeah, it's always you. But yeah, that's the feedback this week.
Awesome. As always, links to all our extracurricular activities are in our show notes, and please consider becoming a patron because we have lots of good stuff for you to get involved with. And this week, you'll get my negatives on the Switch too.
Ooh.
Exclusive.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, bring pictures of Spider-Man. And we're wrapping up Escapism, man. We did a film that none of us had watched the other day.
We all wished we hadn't watched.
That was an adventure. That's wrapping up, and we're going to quite quickly go on to... Gadget won't be joining us, but quite quickly going on to the Mission Impossible stuff very soon. It will start sooner than you realise. So, I've never seen Mission Impossible. I've seen the first film when it came out, when I was however old I was when it came out.
Mid-90s, so you would have been quite young.
I was a baby.
You're
I didn't
a
have a
baby.
beard, I can tell you that much. Didn't even have pubes.
I thought you were born
But
with a beard.
A lot of people get that mistake. No. I put hair ointment on my chin by accident and a beard popped out. But yeah, that's going to be interesting because there's a lot of Mission Impossible films and they're all now available on Disney+. No excuse. That's going to be... Apart from Gadget, he's got an excuse. He doesn't support the people involved.
I do not. I have issues.
Cool. Normally we would have a Candyland from the horse's mouth, but have we got any correspondence from there?
We don't even have any correspondence. She's too busy enjoying Edinburgh.
So it's not time for Candyland.
It's
This
not,
is where
unfortunately.
we
You're
end
not
the
going to
show.
hear that lovely jingle Monk's Boy did for us.
No, and if you want a refund, ask her. Oh, shit, this is free. Fuck off. Right. We'll see you in the green room if you are paying for this. If not, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time when, I don't know, who else? Stig will be off. I don't know. Fucking hell. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.